What's the one accolade that even the greatest NBA players covet? For many years, Steph Curry, one of the most accomplished players in basketball history, seemed to lack just one thing: the Finals MVP trophy. Despite multiple championships, MVPs, and the title of the greatest shooter ever, one criticism lingered: he never secured the most coveted individual honor in the NBA Finals. For years, this missing accolade seemed to overshadow everything else Curry had achieved. But in 2022, that narrative was finally put to rest. Let's take a look back at the journey that led to Steph Curry cementing his legacy among the all-time greats. Before 2022, Curry had a phenomenal resume: 3 NBA championships, 2 MVPs, scoring titles, numerous All-NBA team selections, and the general consensus that he had revolutionized the game with his shooting. Yet, the absence of a Finals MVP held a unique weight. The common argument was, how could you call Steph Curry one of the greatest when he hasn't won a Finals MVP? And it wasn't just casual fans asking this question. Analysts and players also questioned his place among the all-time greats. The criticism started back in 2015 when Steph led the Golden State Warriors to their first championship in 40 years. Curry had just won his first regular season MVP, but when the Finals MVP was announced, it went to Andre Iguodala. Though Iguodala played a key role in the series, especially defensively against LeBron James, many believed Curry deserved the honor for his overall contribution. Regardless of that debate, the Warriors had won the title, but Curry's trophy cabinet still lacked the cherry on top. The following season, Curry put together one of the most spectacular individual seasons in NBA history. He led the Warriors to a historic 73-9 regular season record, winning his second MVP award, this time unanimously. The stage was set for the Warriors to solidify their dominance, and for Curry to potentially claim his Finals MVP. But then came one of the most infamous moments in NBA history. Golden State blew a 3-1 lead in the Finals to the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron James' iconic block on Iguodala and Kyrie Irving's clutch three-pointer in Game 7 became the lasting images of that series, not Curry hoisting the Finals MVP trophy. By 2017, Kevin Durant had joined the Warriors, creating one of the most dominant teams in NBA history. They cruised to back-to-back titles in 2017 and 2018, but Durant claimed both Finals MVP awards. Despite Curry's crucial role in those championships, Durant's brilliance overshadowed him. The whispers grew louder. Curry can't be the best player on a championship team. Or, he needed Durant to win. It was a stinging narrative for a player who had already done so much to elevate the Warriors to elite status. Then came 2019, a year many believed would finally be Curry's chance to win that elusive Finals MVP. The Warriors made their 5th consecutive Finals appearance, this time against the Toronto Raptors. With Durant injured, the stage seemed set for Curry to take center stage. But fate had other plans. Klay Thompson tore his ACL in Game 6, leaving Curry without his main support. The Warriors fell to the Raptors, and once again, Curry came up short in securing the Finals MVP. The following season was a disaster for the Warriors. Durant left for Brooklyn, Thompson was out for the entire year recovering from his injury. And to top it off, Curry broke his hand early in the season, missing most of the year. As the Warriors struggled, many questioned whether their dynasty was over. Some analysts, like Nick Wright, confidently declared that the Warriors' championship window had closed for good. But as we now know, those predictions couldn't have been more wrong. By 2021, Curry was back and showed the world that he was still at the top of his game. He won his second scoring title and nearly averaged 30 points per game on incredibly efficient shooting splits. Despite his brilliance, the Warriors fell short in the play-in tournament, but Curry remained optimistic. In a memorable post-game interview, he warned the rest of the league. "You don't want to see us next year." He wasn't bluffing. Fast forward to the 2021-2022 season, and the Warriors were back to their winning ways. Jordan Poole emerged as a legitimate scoring threat, Andrew Wiggins became an all-star, and Klay Thompson made his much-anticipated return to the court. The Warriors rolled through the playoffs, defeating the Nuggets, Grizzlies, and Mavericks on their way back to the NBA Finals, where they faced a tough Boston Celtics team. The Celtics appeared to have the upper hand early, taking a 2-1 lead in the series. But this was the moment that defined Steph Curry's career. Game 4 in Boston was a must-win for the Warriors, and Curry delivered one of the greatest finals performances of all time. He dropped 43 points and grabbed 10 rebounds, willing the Warriors to victory and evening the series. From that point on, the Warriors didn't lose another game. They closed out the series in 6 games, with Curry putting up a masterful performance in Game 6 to seal the title. And finally, there was no debate. The Finals MVP was handed to Steph Curry. His performance had silenced every critic, every doubter. The one trophy that had eluded him for so long was now his. What were they going to say now? With his 4th championship and first Finals MVP, Curry's place in the top 10 greatest players of all time was no longer in question. The elusive accolade completed his resume, and all the narratives about him not being able to win without Durant, or not being the best player on a championship team were put to rest. So, how does Steph Curry's 2022 championship stack up against his previous rings? Was this his most meaningful title? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe to Sport Pulse for more basketball content. See you next time. Peace.